1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get punked, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in they Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move, whatever click you choose.
Say, what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to Life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down! Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system, man. I come on my show, I do prison stories. Y'all also know I rap, man, and do not get it twisted like I be telling y'all, man. The flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow. Now, for the longest that I've been saying that, sometimes I get a lot of people saying, hey, chill, man, you know, we kind of like your music a little bit, but don't be dissing Kurtis Blow, man. Kurtis Blow is a legend. Why you taking shots at Kurtis Blow? Stuff like that. From time to time, I get some dudes, I'm assuming they're younger, they'll say, hey, chill, man, who is Kurtis Blow? Or whatever like that, right? So I'm going to definitely let you guys know today why I say the flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow. Now, first and foremost, let's get it straight, right? I definitely am not taking shots at Kurtis Blow. Kurtis Blow was definitely a pioneer. He is a legend. And each time I say that, I don't say it with the intent to belittle the man or try to make fun of him, so on and so forth, right? Kurtis Blow, okay, so Kurtis Blow, like I said earlier, man, he is a pioneer. He is a hip hop legend, and he's out of New York. For those of you guys who may not know, he actually was the first rapper who was signed to a major record deal. I believe it was in 79, and he was signed to Mercury Records, man. Now, in 79, around that time, I'm probably maybe about 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, man. And I can honestly say that I grew up on rap, right? I may listen to a little bit of R&B here and there, a little bit of oldies, man, but I'm a straight rap fanatic connoisseur, you know. I love rap music, man. So when rap started coming out, I was on that, man, you know. And so we all remember, or at least those of us from that generation, man, remember the song Christmas Rapping that Kurtis Blow had, man. It was a very extremely popular song, right? And then after that, and I believe that song sold somewhere around 400,000 copies or something, which was extremely phenomenal for that time back then, because when rap first came out, and even long after rap came out, a lot of people didn't believe in rap as far as the record label executives and people who was putting music out there. They thought that rap was a fad, right? And so after he dropped Christmas Rapping, then he came out with the song The Breaks, man. And The Breaks definitely was a hit. You know, I believe that song almost went platinum, right? So somewhere around 800,000 copies, a little bit more or whatever. But it definitely was a big thing, especially for those times with that new type of music, you know, known as rap. And then, so also too, man, like I tell you guys, don't get it twisted, man. Kurtis Blow is definitely a legend. He's got many, many, many hits, man, especially if you grew up in that time. So he got the song Basketball, which is one of my favorite songs. 8 Million Stories, you know, just a whole bunch of songs, man, that Kurtis Blow made, right? And then people don't even realize that he has a lot of songs that was remade by a lot of popular artists. I don't know if you guys recently heard the song. I believe it's Rick Ross, French Montana, and somebody else. And the name of that song is Stay Scheming. Well, that originally was a Kurtis Blow song by the name of Daydreaming. They just kind of flipped it and did their different things on it, right? And then also Nas, I think he remade that song before. You know, he got a lot of hits. If I Ruled the World, that song was remade by Nas. A whole lot of stuff, you know. he got a lot of good songs too, man. Hard Times. Now, I know a lot of people may attribute the song Hard Times to Run DMC, but no, he actually came out with that song a few years before Run DMC did. You've had many people, like I said, remake his songs. Little Bow Wow remade Basketball. He has been sampled by a bunch of major artists, from dudes from like Snoop, Jay-Z, Timbaland, KRS-One, the Dog Pound. The list just goes on and on and on. So like I said, once again, man, Kurtis Blow is definitely a legend. He initially came out with the song called Hard Times. A few years later, Run DMC did the song Hard Times. Now, Run DMC was definitely one of my favorite groups, you know. Also, Run DMC influenced LL Cool J, who at one point in time was my favorite artist as well, man. And since I play a lot of basketball, sometimes I'll use some basketball analogies, right? And nowadays, you may have, you know, you have players like LeBron, who of course may have been influenced by Kobe, of course, who was influenced by Michael Jordan. So without players like Michael Jordan, we wouldn't have some of the players today. And that's the same way I feel, honestly, about Kurtis Blow. Kurtis Blow influenced Run DMC. He influenced LL Cool J. To me, LL Cool J was one of the first major mainstream artists that was kind of lyrical, right? And so, like I said, the list just goes on and on, man. So never at any point in time do I want anybody to think that I'm dissing Kurtis Blow. A couple of months ago, right, a friend of mine who has some connections back on the East Coast, and I don't know how true this is or not, but he told me Kurtis Blow was at a concert. He was giving the concert. And before he started rapping, he got up there and he said, yeah, and the flow is nothing like 16 to Life. Now, honestly, this is what this dude told me. Now, how true it is, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, it's like, dang, man, I didn't necessarily would never think that me saying the flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow would make it back to Kurtis Blow, and he may take that as a diss, right? So, like I said, once again, man, that is not me taking a shot at Kurtis Blow. I don't even know the man, so, you know, I would have no reason to come on here and be disrespectful toward him or toward the contributions that he has made to rap. Like I said, I love rap, man, and this dude has made some major contributions. You know, he's been sampled by some major artists, you know. Like I said, Nas remade some of his songs, you know, Rick Ross. Also, he was a producer. For a lot of people who didn't know, man, he produced another one of my favorite groups, the Fat Boys. And actually, he produced a song that I still want to rap over to this day right now. When I was locked up, like I said, I did a lot of time. From time to time, I would run across people who had old CDs of music that came out like maybe in the late 80s, early 90s. And often I would turn that music on, and that music didn't have the same feel. Music had progressed so much that, you know, the music was just no longer good. You know, it was good back in those days, but now listening to it now, it just, you know, it wasn't good. But that song, Can You Feel It by the Fat Boys, you know, that beat is a timeless beat, man. That beat is almost like Grandmaster Flash, The Message. It's just some beats that were made regardless of the time period when they was produced. Whenever you turn them on, those beats are banging, man. So if you guys are not familiar with that song, Can You Feel It by the Fat Boys, go check that out. And like I said, that song was produced by Kurtis Blow, man. So once again, at no point in time, man, I want anybody to think that I'm taking a shot at Kurtis Blow. Also, you know, Kurtis Blow this is how much of a pioneer Kurtis Blow was. Kurtis Blow, I don't know, a lot of you guys may not be old enough to remember. Maybe some of you guys are. Kurtis Blow had some Sprite commercials. I think that was like back in the mid 80s somewhere, you know, 85, 86. You know, I know Kurtis Blow had a couple of them. It was KRS-One. He was rapping against MC Shan. They had some commercials. I forget the name of that DJ dude, man. Dude up out of New York. You know, he hosted a few of those Sprite commercials. So those are very profound accomplishments, right? So like I said, once again, man, shout out to Kurtis Blow. So now, this is how I got in the habit of saying Kurtis Blow. The flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow. Actually, I have been saying that long before I created my YouTube page, right? And so when I was locked up in Ironwood, let's say about 98, 99, somewhere around there. Now, there was a lot of us who would actually be on the yard 3 to 4 times a week. We would be on the yard rapping, having ciphers, dudes out there rapping and stuff, man. Some of those dudes, man, was at different point in times was Charlie Brim from San Diego. You had Compton Rick Rock. Yes, I'm talking about the same dude, Compton Rick Rock, that has the YouTube channel right now. You had a dude by the name of Stax. I think Stax was from Altadena Block Crip, ABC, man. Unfortunately, I heard Stax got out and was killed, so rest in peace to my boy Stax, man. You had Squirt and Psych from 1200 Block East Coast and Riverside. You had Dirter and Dirty Red from Long Beach 20. Of course, no, excuse me. You had Dirter and Little Sag from Long Beach 20. Excuse me. You had Dirter from Long Beach Insane. You had Dirty Red and Little Sag from Long Beach 20s, just to name a few, man. There was a lot of dudes out there, man, just rapping and stuff. And so we may have been out there rapping, for an hour or two. My boy, like I say, rest in peace, Stax, man. He beatboxing all day long, you know what I'm saying? Only thing Stax wanted was somebody got a little weed. He can, give him a little, light some weed up and let him hit it, man. And Stax is literally beatboxing for hours and hours and hours on point, man. And so, after a period of time, you out there rapping, people is coming to listen. People is leaving. They having rap contests. I'm winning a few rap contests. And so after a while, your name circulates. People get to hearing about you. You know what I'm saying? And so due to the fact that, my flow was definitely decent, my name was traveling in different penitentiaries. It's a few dudes who I would always hear about, right? That they was real good. Like, hey, damn, Chill, we'd love to hear you battle this dude right here. The main dude, I think, that whose name was always ringing, that I would always hear, but I never bumped into him, was a brother by the name of Big June from Skyline Piru in San Diego. I used to hear his name all the time, like, damn, Chill, y'all, that would be a good battle, you and this dude right here. So when I got out, I happened to look his name up, and he definitely has a lot of music on YouTube. So that's Big June, man. So shout out to that dude, for getting cracking and doing this thing too. So like I said, my name is circulating in these rap circles, and you got different dudes going to different pens. Like, dang, man, okay, damn, have you heard this dude? And so when I got to CMC East around that time, at some point, man, I don't know exactly what year it was, but I kind of stopped rapping. I had life. I'd been in jail rapping for a long time, and trying to be the best rapper in jail just wasn't my goal, right? So from time to time, dudes would hit the yard and they'd say, oh man, you Chill, I've been hearing about you, man. I want to battle, let's battle. Or they would have some homeboys that say, hey man, you can't mess with this dude. Now keep in mind, by this time, I'm older. I'm a little bit older, right? So some of these dudes might be 19, 20 years old. They coming up to me wanting to battle. I remember at a certain point, a lot of these dudes was idolized and was trying to sound like Lil Wayne. When I first came to prison, you had a lot of rappers trying to sound and emulate Tupac, right? So now I guess Lil Wayne he's the hot thing, right? So a lot of these dudes would look at me and say, this dude? This the one y'all talking about? Oh, man. So I started telling them, hey, man, don't get it twisted because I'm older. The flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow. And so that's how I started saying that, right? Never did I have any idea that I would get out of prison, period, much less start a YouTube page and start saying it on my YouTube page or whatever. So I was saying it because I appeared older to a lot of these dudes. Also, back then, I'd cut all my hair off. And so, I was bald-headed. And a lot of those youngsters assumed that I was bald-headed because my hair wouldn't grow. And I guess maybe having my hair cut off gave me the appearance of being older, because when you see a lot of people in prison sometimes and their hair cut all the way off, a lot of times it's because they're starting to get this bald spot and their hair won't grow. And I know that because when I let my hair grow back, a lot of dudes said, damn, Chill, you got hair? We thought your hair couldn't grow. But a lot of times I would cut it, especially in the summer, because it would get hot and I just didn't want to put grease in it and, tie it down with the wave cap. And it was easier for me, right, to keep bald headed. And plus I played a lot of basketball. So, but anyway, that's how I started saying the flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow, because these young dudes would come up to me thinking that I'm old, like, oh, this dude right here, oh man, we don't want to hear that old dude rapping. So I was just letting them know that my style is not outdated or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So never once, like I said, did I start saying that with the intention to disrespect Kurtis Blow, who definitely, in my opinion, is a pioneer and he is a rap legend, right? But if y'all keep it 100, my flow do not sound nothing like Kurtis Blow. So of course I'm gonna keep on saying it.
This is Kurtis Blow with the latest trends. You got to know what's out and what's in. Talking about the taste, the one that's right.
Now more than ever
It's right. Lemon taste and lime taste. Great lemon taste is tough. Without lemon, it's not happening. So sorry, 7-Up. No, that's the trend. So tell it to a friend. We're chilling out with the taste that's in. Now more than ever.
Now more than ever
It's right.
Because the flow is nothing like Kurtis Blow. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Get 16 to Life. Get ready. I'm getting ready to drop some new music, man. Real quick, I remember too, right? When I first started doing my YouTube thing, and I was telling individuals on my YouTube channel, hey, man, I rap. A lot of dudes were like, AOG, man, just tell the prison stories, man. We don't want to hear you rap, man. We don't want to hear that stuff, right? And a lot of times I would get comments saying, you know what, dang, man, I've been listening to your prison stories maybe 5 or 6 months. I finally decided to go check your music out since you always talking about it, and I was pleasantly surprised, man. So, you know, now they like, hey, initially, like I said, they was like, hey, man, we don't want to hear you rap. Now they like, hey, man, hey, chill. When you gonna put out some more music? And it's crazy because, like I tell you guys, I never had intentions on doing the prison stories. I started doing the prison stories with my producer called COVID, and I had about 180 something subscribers, and I was trying to do something to just increase my subscriber count, right? So I said, you know what? Every time I told somebody I was in jail for 24 years, a lot of them would get intrigued and wanted to hear the happenings and things going on. So I said, okay, well, I'll just tell a few stories, and at least that'll keep my page a little, hopefully, that'll keep my page a little, you know, active and stuff until my producer got cured from the COVID or whatever. And fortunately for me, the stories eventually just took off, right? And so unintentionally, I put the music on the back burner, right? And so, man, I'm supposed to get back on the music is basically what I'm trying to say. So, hey, listen, man, 2024, I'm going to be on go with the music, man. You already know what it is. Tune in. It's your boy 16 to Life. Resume normal program.
Now more than ever.